To me, Michael Foster Jr. is exactly why they should bring the rule back, letting high school players go straight to the NBA. I want to go over why Michael Foster is such an elite prospect and how he has just absolutely dominated high school basketball and put up numbers we would usually only see in video games. The first thing I want to mention is, unlike Zion, he didn't go to his hometown high school and beat up on regular public school teams. Michael Foster plays for Hillcrest Prep School in Phoenix, Arizona, so he's playing other prep schools and private schools. And what kind of video games numbers is he putting up? Well, he's averaging in his first 18 games 32 points per game, 18.4 rebounds, 6.7 blocks, 4 assists, and 2 steals a game. How? And what surprises me more is he's not even the number 1 recruit in the nation. ESPN currently has him at number 6, and I honestly don't know why. He has dominated every facet of the high school level where it's almost not fair to the opponents. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys have some questions, right? Well, he probably just hogs the ball, right? Well, not really. He's shooting 58% from the field, so he's doing it very efficiently. And 4 assists a game just shows that he's a willing passer. Well, he's probably just 7'3" and nobody can guard him, right? Also, no, not exactly. He's 6'9" and plays more of the perimeter than anything, and he shoots 3.7 3-pointers a game on 42% efficiency. Oh, so why is he not the number 1 prospect in the nation? Well, that's the best question you've asked me so far, or I asked myself, to be honest. I really don't know. Let's take an in-depth look at his game. Starting with his body, he has a more NBA-ready body than most NBA players do. ESPN has him at 6'8", 215, whereas his high school has him at 6'9", 245. That's obviously a huge weight difference, and I don't want to get too caught up in the numbers because just one quick look at him would show that he would be able to dominate physically at the college level and very much so handle himself at the NBA level. And he doesn't use his size as a crutch to dominate either. He uses it to make his game more advanced and just that much better. This goes into the position he plays. Him being a power forward in high school, I really see him being more of a 3 and a 4 in the NBA or college or whatever he does. In the NBA, he could run some 5 and some small ball lineups. Before we talk about his scoring, I want to say something that stands out the most to me, and it's his feel for the game. The 2 numbers that scream high basketball IQ is 18 rebounds and 7 blocks a game. If Dennis Rodman taught us anything, it's that rebounding is a craft. It's way more of an ability to be at the right spot at the right time and have the want to go get the ball, and it's way more important than size and vertical. At 7 blocks a game, this is just so impressive because he isn't a Rudy Gobert with a 9-foot wingspan, so it just shows that he's able to stay in good positions defensively, knows when to jump and contest, and he knows when to come off of his defender and play off-ball defense for a backside block. So now let's get into his scoring. First thing that jumped out at me is his handles. They are so much better than I thought they were going to be and emulate way more of guard skills than it does a big man. And he has this killer combo where he does this quick and snappy crossover that takes him towards the rim off of a hesitation move, or he pauses off the hesitation and pulls up for a mid-range or 3. And he doesn't really have a tendency to go right or left. He beats his defenders both ways. He stays under control while attacking the rim too, which is super important. He uses hop steps, pump fakes, and euros to avoid charges. His handles set up his driving, and with this alone, he can make a living in the NBA. But more impressively, never does the same move twice in a row. He can lay it up gently with heavy contact. He can initiate the contact himself and just bully his way to the rim, or just straight up dunk on you. And his handles and his driving set up his shooting. He's a very comfortable shooting off the dribble, and honestly 90% of the shots I saw were coming off of the dribble and not catch and shoot. He has 3-point range, but he also has what I like to call step back 3-point range, and he takes a lot of his shots off this hesitation because the defender has to respect the crossover that leads to the drive. And so when he does this, the defender is so unprepared for the shot, sometimes they don't even get a contest. Sometimes his defenders are so out of position, and when they do, they just end up following him, and this is why he shoots over 10 free throws a game. But even with the threat of being such a diverse scorer, he does it on both ends of the court. He has the highest motor I've seen out of this entire recruiting class, and being an undersized big man, he is still probably the best rim protector. And this speaks to his basketball IQ, like he says before, but also to his athleticism, which we haven't even mentioned yet. Michael Foster is not currently committed to a college when most people at this point are in their senior year, but I don't think this is any sort of mistake. I just have a feeling that he's going to take the route of going to the NBA's G League or play overseas somewhere. But this is a double-edged sword because to me, he is NBA ready right now. I think his game is refined enough. He has the size and the basketball awareness to make an impact this very next year. This would give him an extra year to develop in the league, and he just turned 18, so a team could really build him up. But obviously his draft stock wouldn't be as high because there would be a lot of question marks because people like Kwame Brown ruined that for him. But he also wouldn't get drafted super high and he wouldn't make as much money. But if he waits a year, he risks getting injured, but he also has the chance to make his draft stock skyrocket. Still making money, but not NBA money. But now he's a top 5 pick in the draft. Like I said, it's double-edged. Allowing players to the G League was a step in the right direction, and I think we've seen a lot of success with it this year with Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga, and I think Michael Foster is up next on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Above all else, I just really don't know how this guy isn't rated higher. 32 points, 18 rebounds, 7 blocks. Like these numbers just don't happen, and they're not any sort of accident either. He's just fully dominant, and he's playing a national all over the country schedule, so it just blows my mind. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think where he's gonna go. I really think he's gonna go to the G League, and I really think that the NBA should bring back the rule where they can go straight out of high school. I know it cannot be great for the team sometimes just because there's so many question marks with a 17 or 18-year-old, but I mean, just what we've seen in college when people get hurt, when they're having to do this. Ben Simmons has been very active about how dumb his time in college was, because Ben Simmons was absolutely ready for the NBA out of high school. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you want to see content like this every single day, make sure to subscribe. Very consistent basketball content. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow. You guys are awesome. See you later.